Hmm? Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on the screen. Those who are attending in online. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on the screen. Those who are attending in online. Right. Hmm. Right. Good evening, guys. And check it what we completed in the last session. So I think so we are discussing about number systems topic. Right, in number systems. Right, sir. And in the last session, just we understand number systems content here in Java. So in all programming languages, to represent numbers, we have to follow some standards. The standards are called as like what they're number systems. In general, there are four types of number systems. What are the four types of number systems in Java? Right, sir. Binary number system, octal number system, decimal number system, hexadecimal number system. Switch on light. Right. All the number systems are allowed in Java. All the light also, right? Come on, fast. Yeah, nice. All right, sir. What about the remaining members? The two fans you switched off, right? I don't require this. Right. Switch off this fan. Now, right, sir. Now, understand it. Binary number system, then what we understand there. And binary number system, it's a base is what there two, that is two input alphabets. The number system allows only zeros and ones symbols. To represent numbers in binary number system, we must use either zero small b or zero capital B prefix for the numbers. Some examples are given. Binary number system was introduced in Java in its JDK 1.7 version. Right, sir. Next one is what there. Then after that, and then some examples are given there regarding it. The next one is like what there. Octal number system. Its base value is 8. That is 8 number of input alphabet. It allows the numbers like 0 to 7 to represent numbers in octal number system. To represent octal numbers in Java applications, we have to use 0 as a prefix, not O. Please remember this. It's only 0. Some examples are given. Next one is what next one here after completion of this Find the number system from the following instructions. Find the number system from the following intersection. Into a is equal to 0. That's a decimal number system. But if you provide into a is equal to 0, 0, then it is what their actual number system. First 0 is what their prefix value, then second 0 is what their actual value, right? Decimal number system, its base value is 10, that is 10 symbols are allowed to represent numbers. It uses the numbers like 0 to 9. No prefix value exists from the decimal numbers. Hexadecimal number system. In hexadecimal number system, its base value is 16. That is, it is using 16 input alphabet. It is using the numbers like 0 to 9, A to F. It uses either 0 small x or 0 capital X as a prefix value for the numbers. Some examples I have given there. It is not hexadecimal number. Anyway, into A is equal to 10 in the sense, not hexadecimal value, it's a decimal value. But the prefix value 0x and 0 capital X both are valid. But in the last one here, 0 G is provided there, that is not included there, right? If we provide any number in any number system in Java applications, then compiler will convert the provided number from the provided number system to decimal number system, where compiler and JVM will process that number as like decimal number only, and JVM will provide the output in the form of what their decimal numbers only. All right, sir. That means by this we can understand one point here, that number systems representation in Java program is for our requirement, for our like what I'm telling there, easiness point of view. For the sake of our easiness only, we are having these number systems in our Java programs. Right, sir. But processing is going on what their decimal number system only. Processing is going on what their decimal number system only. Right, leave this one. Now these are the things here we understood clearly. All right, sir. After that, some examples are given there, some kind of exercise now on the basis of the prefix values or on the basis of the like input alphabet. Some examples already we have seen, but this is the max information of what their number systems here. We can understand it now. At the same time, we can perform operations. Already shown that we are able to perform operations on the basis of the number systems. We can provide the numbers in any of the representation now. But whenever we are performing operations with them, first of all, that numbers will be converted from specified number system to the decimal number system. After that only, all the operations are going to be performed. Right. Next up, observe carefully, guys. Then after that, after completion of this, next one. Now tell me, guys, all of you know answer for my question there. Right, sir. What are the various building blocks in language fundamentals? Can you tell me? Nearly 5 things I provided. What are the 5 things? No. First one is what there? Tokens. Next one is what there? Data types, typecasting, Java statements, arrays. Okay, tokens we already started. Inside the tokens, 4 top parts are available. What are the 4 parts? No. First one is what there? Identifiers. Next one is literals. Next one is what there? Keywords or result words. Next one is what there? Operators now. So what I completed up to now, identifiers part we completed. Then what next one? Literals. Literals also be the required part we completed here. That's okay, fine. Now, after understanding these concepts here, the next one is like what I'm telling to you. Observe carefully. The next one will be keywords and result words. Keywords and result words. Now, this is the next topic. It's not much important, but awareness is required. Awareness is required minimum. Now, try to understand it clearly. All right, sir. Now, what exactly the meaning of keyword? For example, I'll ask one question to you. Now, try to answer for it. Now, I'm going to write an intersection like what there for int I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. Then after that, inside this, some intersections here I'm going to write. System dot out dot println of I. Observe carefully. Now, this is my for loop. How this for loop is going to be executed? When JVM comes to this intersection, when JVM comes to this particular intersection, what JVM will do now? First, JVM will go to int I is equal to 0. First JVM will go to what there into I is equal to 0. This is the first expression inside the for loop. When this expression is completed, its execution part, immediately JVM will go to what their second expression, that is conditional expression. Now, okay. Now this is conditional expression. If its result is true, body of the for loop will be executed. If the conditional expression result is true, body of the for loop will be executed. In the case, if the conditional expression result is false, if the conditional expression result is false, then flow of execution will come to outside of the respective loop. If it is what there false, assume it that conditional expression result is true, flow of execution is coming to the body of the for loop. Body is executed successfully. At the end of the body execution, flow of execution will come to what there expression 3. Flow of execution will come to what there expression 3. When expression 3 is completed, again JVM will send that flow of execution to expression 2 again. Expression 2 is again is what there expression 2 again it is what there it is a conditional expression. Its result may be true or may be false. If it is true, again body will be executed. At the end of the body, flow of execution will go to I plus plus expression 3. Again flow of execution will go to expression 2. Again if the condition is true, again body will be executed. Then again it will go to the expression 3. After that expression 3, expression 2 will be executed. Same thing will be repeated. Continuously the same thing will be repeated. Got it or not? So my intention is not to discuss about for loop now. But here my question is, in this context, my question is, when JVM is coming to this for loop, the JVM is following some fixed flow of execution. JVM is executing this for loop with a fixed flow of execution. What is that fixed flow of execution? First it comes to the expression 1. After that expression 2. Expression 2 is what their conditional expression. May return true, may return false. Alright sir. If it is returns true, it will execute body. After executing body, flow of execution will come to what there I plus plus. After this I plus plus, again flow of execution will come to what there that expression 2. When expression 2 is executed again, when it returns true value, again the same loop will be executed. If it returns false value, flow of execution will come to outside of the respective for loop. This is what exactly the flow of execution what we are having. Now I'm asking this question there. Is this a flow of execution is a fixed flow of execution or variable flow of execution? From application to application, the for loop flow of execution is a fixed or not? As fixed. Now here my question is, exactly my question is what there? When JVM comes to this for loop here, how JVM is executing that for loop in this fashion only with this fixed flow of execution only? How JVM is executing in this way only? Why it is not executing another way? Why it comes to the expression 1 first? Why it is not coming to the expression 3? That means who is giving this flow of execution to the JVM? Who is giving this fixed flow of execution to the JVM? All these points will come into the picture. Observe carefully what I am telling them. So who is giving all this, the total flow of execution to the JVM? If you observe this, now the total flow of execution was provided by a predefined word. A predefined word is giving the total flow of execution to the JVM. That predefined word is what there? for. The predefined word is giving the total flow of execution to the JVM. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? Right, so now that predefined flow of execution was provided by the predefined word for. That for predefined word has its internal functionality. That for has internally some functionality. That functionality is giving flow of execution to the JVM about to execute our for loop. Understand my point or not? Now the conclusion is what there. What is the conclusion now? If any predefined word, if any predefined word has some internal functionality. If any predefined word has word recognition in Java and has some predefined functionality internally, that predefined word is called as a keyword. That predefined word is called as what there? A keyword. Everybody understand this point clearly? Not only in this example, guys. Not only in this example, I want to talk one more point here. By that, we are able to get much clarity. Say, for example, I'm declaring a variable like what there, int a is equal to 10. Int a is equal to 10. What will happen there internally? When JVM executes this instruction, immediately what JVM is doing there, internally, integer, int, on the basis of int, 4 bytes of memory will be allocated. In the case of Java, for integer, 4 bytes of memory will be allocated. That 4 bytes of memory will have a name like what there, A. That 4 bytes of memory will have a name like what there, A. That A is what there, no, a variable. Inside this, what's the value is available? 10. 10 is a value. Now I'm asking one more question. When JVM executes this particular instruction, immediately JVM is performing this particular work. But how JVM knows about it? 4 bytes of memory must be allocated. For that 4 bytes of memory, a name we have to provide, that is A. How JVM knows about that information? Who has given that information? Why it is only 4 bytes of memory? Why not 8 bytes of memory? Who has given that information to the JVM? You have to assign only 4 bytes of memory. How JVM knows about it? No. Right. Who has given that information to JVM? If you think about it, no. Answer is very clear. Here, a predefined word we have used. What is that predefined word here we have used there? Int, that predefined word we have used. That predefined word is giving that information to the JVM. That means the predefined word has its functionality, has its internal functionality. By looking that internal functionality, JVM is providing 4 bytes of memory. Guys, all of you get my point or not? So, if any predefined word has word recognition and its internal functionality, if any predefined word has word recognition and has its internal functionality, then that predefined word is called as what there is a keyword. Right, so now this is a simple definition here I'm telling you. Like this, so many examples are available. For our understanding purpose, these two examples are sufficient. Am I right or not? These two examples are sufficient. Now try to understand it. No? Right, sir. What is the keyword? I'm giving definition there. If any predefined word has a word recognition and internal functionality. If any predefined word has word recognition and internal functionality, then that predefined word is called as what their keyword. It is a keyword. All right, sir. If any predefined word has word recognition and its internal functionality, then that predefined word is called what? Keyword. That's the point I'm telling them. Next one, sir. So many examples are available for keywords, no? But later on I will talk about it. But at present here we have to understand what is the meaning of reserve word. What exactly the meaning of what there? Reserved word. If you observe this reserved word point here, answer is very clear. Observe carefully. If any predefined word has only word recognition, but not have internal functionality, then that predefined word is called reserved word. Reserved word. You can think of it in general for remembering purpose, no? That word is reserved in Java, but doesn't have any functionality. It doesn't have any internal functionality. It just it has word recognition. Right. So then what are the various examples are available for this reserved word immediately? I can give number of examples now. What are the various examples here? Go to is existed in C++. But in Java also it is available, but doesn't have any internal functionality. Just what is reserved, that's it. That name is reserved, that's it. But it is not having any internal functionality. Go to CONST. CONST. This is what there, another one. It is also be a predefined word in Java, but it is not having any internal functionality. Observe carefully. One note I am telling there, one note kind of point now. In Java applications, to use any predefined watch, it must have both word recognition and internal functionality. Answer my point here. In Java applications, to use any predefined word, it must have both word recognition and as well as what their internal function. That means what I'm telling there indirectly, keywords are possible to use. Answer my point here. Right, sir. Word recognition, only word recognition is not sufficient. Only word recognition is not sufficient. Word recognition is not sufficient to use in Java applications. So it must have internal. See, for example, if I use a predefined word, maybe compiler or JVM may identify that one, then definitely JVM will search for its functionality. Without having functionality, how can we use that particular one now? Without defining its internal functionality, how it is possible to utilize that particular keyword, that particular predefined word? Because of that reason, if it has any internal functionality, then only that predefined word must be used in our Java applications. Without having internal functionality, it is not possible to use that predefined words. But indirectly, what I am telling there, result words are not possible to use in Java. Only keywords are possible to use in Java. Yes, sir. Get my point or not? Conclusion here. What I am telling there, in Java applications, only keywords are possible to use. Reserved words. Reserved words are not possible to use in Java applications. Not possible to use. Only keywords are possible to use. Reserved words are not possible to use in Java applications. Get my point or not? Right, sir. This is one point. But some examples here I'm telling to you. What are the examples here I'm telling to you? Observe carefully. Keywords. Number of examples for what their keywords. What are the various keywords are available? Right, so now understand it clearly. To prepare Java applications. Right, sir. Java has provided the following keywords. Java has provided what are the following keywords. What are the various keywords are provided by Java? Observe carefully. Some categories wise, I'm giving that keywords. No, try to understand it now. First of all, data types and return types. And one more thing I'm telling to you, here just it is only a list of keywords, that's it. But their functionalities, their internal functionalities are not required now. Just it is a list of keywords. Why? Because these keywords are spreading throughout Java. They're available throughout the Java. So we are unable to understand now immediately if I discuss about that all the keywords information can. That's why just I'm giving what exactly the keywords are available in Java. List of keywords here I'm giving there, where the functionalities we are going to understand throughout the Java. Even up to the last topic of Java also, their functionalities are spreading. So we are going to understand these concepts in the right locations in the future. Right, sir. Now let's understand this clearly. Data types and what their return types. What are the data types and return types here? All of you observe carefully. Right. Void is return type, sir. Purely return type. Void return type. Next one is what there? Byte, short, int. Next one is what there? Long. Next one is what there? Float, double. Then after this double, boolean. Next one is what there? Char. All these are like what there? All these are what we are able to understand there. All these are like what there? 1 minute. Keywords, that means the data types and what their return types. These are the things here we can understand. So void is a purely return type. No, it's not data type here. But all the remaining things are what there? Data types and as well as what their return types. We can use both. Right, so these are the various things here we can understand. That's okay, fine. Next one is after completion of this, after understanding these data types and return types now, next one will be like what there access modifiers. Access modifiers related keywords. What are the various access modifiers related keywords now? Observe carefully. Public. Next one is what there protected. Next one is what there private. Right, observe carefully. Public, protected, then what next one here? Private. Next one, after completion of this, another thing is like what there? Static, final, abstract, native, volatile. Then after that, synchronized. After this synchronized, strict FP, and so on. If anything is missing, that I'm giving clarity now. All these are like what their access modifiers. Please remember one point, guys. All of you know this is misunderstanding in general for the people. Public, protected, private. People are telling these are like what their access specifiers in general. In general, as per the experience from C, C++, what people are thinking there, public, protected, private are what there are access specifiers. In general, people are understanding like that. Access specifiers. No, but in case of Java, there is no concept like what their access specifiers. Only the concept is what their access modifiers. All of you get my point now? In Java, there is no concept like what their access specifiers. Only the topic is what their access modifiers. Getting clarity or not? Still, people are doubtful about it. Right, sir. Now just give a minute of time. File new Java. Observe carefully. In Java, classes are not possible to declare with a private. Classes are not possible to declare with what they're private. If we declare any classes a private, no, compilation error will come. Don't think why private is not allowed, why public is, that is a later on issue. No? But try to understand one compilation error here we are able to get in the case of like what they're private. The reason of why private is not allowed, why public is allowed, it is not the context here. Here the context is what they, if I declare a class as a private, error will come. Read that error. Read that compilation error there, we are able to understand it clearly. Right, so now go for test.java. Test.java. Now let me compile this. Alright, so now here what we have to do there, D drive and CD Java 6 PM. That's okay, fine. Now Java C space test.java. What you are getting, sir? Now please read out this one. Private is what? Is it access specifier or modifier? Modifier. In Java, you never identify at any location access specifier. That specifier what is not available in Java. This message is not provided by me. That message was provided by compiler. Then still people are not having any trust on me, then I don't have any problem. But the point is what that was provided by Java compiler. That is not prepared by me. That Sun Microsystems has prepared that Java compiler, right? So it has given information that we have to follow. So clear cut information in Java, there is no access specifiers concepts, only what their access modifiers. Of course, static, final, abstract, native, volatile, and transient, another one here. Transient, strict FP, and so on. All these are like what their access modifiers. So these are the keywords. All these are like under what their keywords. We can understand now. Next one is after understanding these access modifiers. Next one is like what their flow controllers. Flow controllers in Java. What are these flow controllers actually? Observe carefully. Like that. Now, if next one is like what there else. Next one is what there switch. After this switch, now case, not a class, it's a case. Next one is what there default. Please remember this point here. In Java, there are 4 types of scopes: public, protected, default, and private. How many scopes are available? 4 types of scopes: public, protected, default, and private. These 4 scopes are provided by Java in the form of some access modifiers. What are these access modifiers? No, public, protected, private, but default is not available there. Default scope is available in Java, but default is not available for what their access modifier. What is the meaning of it? No, observe carefully. In Java, default scope is a by default scope. Default is what their by default scope for all the members in Java. Say for example, int I is equal to 10 I provided with the access modifier public. Now here public keyword we have used or not? So this I variable is of what their public variable. Got it or not? For example, in place of this, if I provided this is protected. Now this I variable is of what their protected variable. For example, if I provide this is like what their private, that I variable is of what their private variable. But if I provide I variable without any access modifier, without any keyword, no public, no protected, no private. If you have not provided anything, automatically I variable will have a default scope. What is the default scope? You know, the by default scope is what their default only. By default, which scope is available for I variable? Default only. It's having some boundaries. The default is having some boundaries. So to represent a default scope, default keyword is not available in Java. To represent a default scope, default keyword is not provided inside the Java. But default keyword is available in Java. Default keyword is available in Java, but that is not representing default scope. Get my point or not? Default keyword is available in Java, but that is not representing default scope. But what the default keyword is representing in Java? Default keyword is representing Java the default cases inside what there switch. Default keyword is available inside the Java to represent the default cases inside the switch. Get my point or not? Switch inside the switch cases we are going to write. If the case constant is not matched with our parameter, no, by directly default part will be executed. Default case will be executed. To represent the default keyword, default is available, but default keyword is not available in Java for representing the scope default. Default scope representation, no default keyword, but default keyword is available to represent default case inside like what their switch programming construct. Not only that, one more point is available. In annotations also we are going to use default keyword. To provide default values for the annotation members, there is a default keyword. There also we are going to use what their default keyword. But depending on the context, the meaning of default keyword is going to be available. If you use default keyword in speech, that is a default case. If you use default keyword in annotations to represent default value for the particular member. But the default keyword is not available in Java to represent default scope. Yes, sir, got my point or not? Then immediately may ask one question, no, how can we represent default scope in Java, sir? If default keyword is not available to represent scope, no, how can I represent default scope in Java? What's the option I'm telling there? If we declare any variable without public, without protected, and without private, automatically that variable will have which scope? No, default scope. Automatically that variable will have what scope there? Default scope. Please try to remember whatever the points I'm telling there. All right, sir. Now all these are very small fundamental points only. Not required to go for any special topic to understand all these points. Automatically in the explanation we are going to get all the points done. Forever we have to remember these points. Forever we have to remember these points. Right, sir. Now let's move on to the points. So if, else, switch, case, default. Next one is what there for. Then after that what next one here do. Next one is like what there while. Next one is what there break. Next one is like what there continue. And so on and so on and so on. If anything is remaining, that we are able to include. Got it or not? Flow controllers. All these are like what they're flow controllers. That's okay, fine now. Next one is after completion of this flow controllers now, class or object related. Class or object related keywords. Class or object related keywords. What are these actually? Class extends. Class extends. Next one is what there? Interface implements. Enum. Next one is new keyword. This keyword, super keyword, package. Then after that import, and so on and so on and so on. Anything else? Class or object related keywords. No, class extends interface implements enum new this super package import and so on. Anything, if anything is remaining, then that we have to include, but maximum these are the things. No, next one is after completion of this, another thing is like what there, exception handling related keywords. Exception handling related keywords. What are the various exception handling related keywords? No, throws, throws, throw, throws. Next one is what the throw. Then after the try, catch. Next one is what there finally, and so on. Max, these are the keywords which are available in what there exception handling. Sir, got my point or not? Throws, throw, try, catch, finally. All these are like what they're keywords related to exception handling. That's it, guys. Now these are the various keywords which are available like what there in Java. But max I covered. If any one or two are missing there, we can include that. On flow we are going to discuss in the future. But maximum number of keywords here we covered. Now let's understand it now. What are the various keywords here we understood there? First of all, tell me what exactly the meaning of keywords and reserved words here. First of all, I have given definition now. If any predefined word has word recognition and internal functionality, then that predefined word is called keyword. If any predefined word has only word recognition but does not have internal functionality, then that predefined word is called what there? Reserved word. Am I right or not? All right, sir. Next one is after that, after completion of this, what next one here? Examples for reserved words are what there? Go to and const. Next one is notice what there? In Java applications, to use any predefined word, it must have both word recognition and internal functionality. Only word recognition is not sufficient to use in Java applications. We must have what there? Internal functionality. Conclusion is what there? In Java applications, only keywords are possible to use, reserved words are not possible to use. Right, so next one. To prepare Java applications, Java has provided the following keywords. What are the various keywords? No, data types and return types. Void, byte, short, int, long float, double boolean, char. Access modifiers are what there? Public, protected, private, static, final, abstract, native, volatile, synchronized, strict FP, and transient. Flow controllers are like what there? If, else, switch, case, default, for, do, while, break, continue. Class or object related keywords. No, class extends interface implements enum new this super package import and so on. Exception handling related keywords. No, throws, throw, try, catch, finally. Right, sir. Now these are overall like what their keywords what we are having in Java. Right, sir. Next one is what there. Then after that, after completion of this particular one, understand this. This is a basic information. It's sufficient here about it. No. Next one is the next topic is like what there operators. What next one, sir? Now tell me operators. Right, sir. Tell me first of all. Tell me what is an operator? Any idea? Simple question. What is an operator? Any idea you're having? Right, sir. Good. Operator is a general definition. I'm not giving any too much content here. Operator is a symbol. Operator is a symbol. It is able to perform. It is able to perform a particular operation. A particular operation over the provided operands. Operator is a symbol. It is able to perform a particular operation over the provided operands. Now let's see some examples here. So Java has provided the following list of operators to perform operations. Right, sir. What are the various operators are provided here to perform operations? The first one is like what there? Arithmetic operators. Guys, now can you tell me what are the various arithmetic operators are available in general? No, normal operators only. Plus, minus. These two are also be come under what there? Operators. Nice. Right, sir. Next one is like what there apart from this. I think already all of you are aware about it, right? Not required to discuss, right? Operators content already you are aware, right? Okay, wait for it. Let me give list out now. I will take one or two examples here. If you give right answers, then I'll left this topic here. If you are giving wrong answer, no, definitely I'll continue this topic now. Shall we go for that commitment? Okay, I will check it. First of all, let me list out all the operators now. Tell me, assignment operators are what there? Equal. Then what next one here? Plus equal, minus equal, star equal, slash equal, and percentile equal. All these are like what their assignment operators. Next one, sir. Then after that, after completion of this assignment operators, comparison operators. What are the various comparison operators here we are getting there? Double equals, not equals, less than or equal, greater than or equal. These are like what their comparison operators. Fundamental concepts only. Now see this one. By seeing this, we can understand Java is simpler, tougher. Java is simpler, tougher. Simple. Almost all. Even without discussing from my side, without getting statements from my side, we are giving answers. No, right? Java is very, very simple. Now let's move on to the next one here. After completion of this, logical Boolean operators. Yes, sir. And right. Next one is what there? R and R. Any other one here? Exclusive R. Am I right or not? All right, sir. Maybe one or two are remaining here that I will discuss there later on. Okay, fine. These are like what they are logical Boolean operators. Simply speaking, logical operators which may be applied for Boolean operands, which may be applied for what they're bitwise, bits on. And I'll go for that is a separate category. Next one is what they're logical bitwise operators. Logical bitwise operators. What are these logical bitwise operators here? Again, and then what next one here? Or exclusive or. Then after that, what next one? Left shift. Next one is what there? Right shift. If anything is remaining, that we are going to understand. Right, sir. These are like what they're bitwise operators there. Boolean operators. Next one is what they're bitwise operators. Next one after that. Sixth point. Another one is like what there after completion of this. Short circuit operators. Short circuit operators. Then what about the short circuit operators now? Double and double R. These two are related to what they're short circuit operators. Like few more operators are available. Like in general, in the certification, people are going to think about like what their new operator. New is also one of the operator. Next one is like what their instance of operator, but not required now. This will also be come under operators only, but they will not be utilized under the basic concepts here. They will be used in what there, like OOPS concepts maybe. They are going to be utilized in OOPS concepts now. In object orientation, I'll discuss about all these points. In object orientation only, I'm going to discuss about all these points here. As of now, we are not going to discuss about these concepts here. But as of now, just we are going to understand these operators here. Tell me guys, what are the various operators here we provide? First of all, tell me, what is an operator here? Operator is a symbol. It is able to perform a particular operation over the provided operands. Java has provided the following list of operators to perform operations. Arithmetic operators, plus minus star slash percentile plus plus minus minus. Next one is what there? Assignment operators, equal, plus equal, minus equal, star equal, slash equal, percentile equal. Comparison operators, double equals, not equals, less than or equal, greater than or equal. Logical Boolean operators and are what next one? Exclusive or. Logical bitwise operators and are exclusive or. Left shift, right shift. Short circuit operators, double and double R. Yes, sir. All of you are getting clarity or not? All these operators now. That's okay, fine now. Right, sir. Now at least some examples here we have to see. Simple examples only. Right, sir. Now we have to give answers for my examples now. Correct answer we have to give, sir. Everybody. If we give correct answers no, then I will not take this operators part. I want to leave that concept to you only. But if you are giving, any one person is giving wrong answer, at least one person is giving wrong answer, then definitely I have to stay here. I have to discuss about this particular topic, right? But don't give wrong answers intentionally. Right? Really, what you thought, you have to give that answer there. By that we may check it right or wrong. Then we are going to decide it. But I have a confidence at least one person will give wrong answer now. Why? Because we forgot our childhood mathematics, right? That's what I'm thinking about. Let me check it. Say for example, simple calculations only. Into A is equal to 10, into B is equal to 2. No, not 2. If I give 2, you will give answers easily. 3. No, sir. Just don't think about it. All these are very, very simple. Yes, exactly. They are simple only. First of all, let me complete it. Don't give answers there immediately. Let me complete it now. System dot out dot println of A minus B, then system dot out dot println of and A star B, then system dot out dot println of A slash B, then after that system dot out dot println of A percentile B. All right, sir. Now tell me what are your answers now? Very simple. First answer is what there? 10 plus 3. What's the value? 13. Then what is the second answer now? 10 minus 3, 7. That's very nice. Next one is what there? 30. Okay. Next one is what there? A slash B. 3.3 or 3.0? Or 3 or 3.3? Only 3. Only 3. Okay. Here. Just wait now. How many of you are saying only 3 is the answer? No? 3.0? Please raise your hands. Depending on you only, our feature is depending now, right? 3.3. Nice. Okay, definitely. Multiple answers are available. I have to stay here, right? Right now. Now, tell me what about the next one? Huh? One now. One now. One is the value, right? Okay, right, sir. Let me compare and execute this, what we are able to get then. So Java C space test.java. Compiled successfully, no compilation error. Java space test. Right, sir. Almost majority of the people answer is right? So 13, 7, 30. People are saying like 3.0. Some people know, right? No, it's only 3 value, right? Next one is what there? 1. 1 is a value here we are getting. Clear? All right, sir. Okay, leave this one. Nice. Now this is okay. Fine, no problem. This is one example. No need to think much about this example. All of you are having awareness on it. Even if we discuss about these calculations, no, somewhat like childish kind of thing, right? I don't want to go for it. Let me go for next example. I think all of you ready for the next example? All right, sir. Take this. All of you guys, along with me, this example we have to take. Please, all of you take this example. Come on, take your notes. Open your notes. Now take this one. Class test. Everybody. Now onwards, we are able to have some exercise inside the classes. Everybody has to bring notes and pens. Inside the classroom, we are going to have some exercise in the future. Operators topic is very, very important. In operators, maybe we are able to get like what there. In a certification exams, minimum 2 to 3 questions we are able to get from operators. Minimum 2 to 3 questions we are able to get from operators. We'll try to have some exercise on it. Moreover, getting awareness on operators is also be one type of fundamental content. Try to understand it, all of you know, right? All right, sir. Now, I want to take one simple example, try to analyze it. Int A is equal to 5. Int A is equal to 5. System dot out dot println of. Don't give answers. First of all, take the program. A plus plus int B is equal to 5. System dot out dot println of plus plus A. Sorry, B plus plus B. Into C is equal to 5. System dot out dot println of C minus minus into D is equal to 5. System dot out dot println of minus minus D. Increment and decrement operators. These are very, very important and everybody has to understand this increment or decrement operators. Right, sir. I have taken A, B, C, D, four variables. On that all four variables, I'm trying to perform this increment or decrement operations. Please remember this, not on the same variable or multiple things here we provided. Right, sir. Have we completed what we are getting there? Are you understand about it? Right, sir. Now, what is the first value we are getting, sir? How many of you are getting 6 is the value? Please raise your hands. 6, 6 output. How many of you know? Right, nice. How many of you are getting 5 no? Okay, fine. Next one is Cisna doubted pendulum plus B. Plus B. What's the value here we are getting as? 6 or 5? How many of you are getting 5 value? 5. No, 6 value? No, perfect. Right, sir. Then third output, Cisna doubted pendulum of C minus minus. What's the value? 5 only. Only 5. 6, 4 or 5? 4. How many of you are saying 4? Nice, good. All right, sir. Then what about the last output? No? Last output. Is that 4 or 5? Okay. In this overall process, how many of you don't know the evaluation process? Don't know the evaluation process? Please raise your hands. Please. If you raise your hand, then I can explain that. Otherwise, I may think of it. Okay, nice. Definitely. We are going to understand it, no? Even though some of you are giving some answers there, where majority of the people are giving wrong answers. Okay. Anyway, then try to check it. How many of you are getting right answers there? Try to check your answers here. I'm going to compile and execute this. Java C space test.java. Compiled successfully. Java space test. Right answers or wrong answers? No. Even though you are giving right answer, no, then I can explain. I will explain to you, but try to understand it now. Right, sir. Now, this increment and decrement operators are somewhat important. In our company written test, minimum one question we are able to get from this. In the certification exams also, minimum one question here we are able to get from this. So let's understand how to evaluate this particular content here. First of all, I want to show this part. I want to show this one with some example. Now try to understand it. First of all, I want to take like what there, int a is equal to 5. Then system dot out dot println of a plus plus. Okay. Next one. Another one here, what I am telling there, int b is equal to 5. Again, system dot out dot println of plus b. Similarly, int c is equal to 5. System dot out dot println of c minus minus. Next one is after that, int d is equal to 5. System dot out dot println of minus minus t. These are overall 4 examples here we are going to understand. First of all, understand their behavior clearly. Understand their behavior clearly. Then after that, we are going to decide what outputs here we are getting. Before that, I am telling to you, observe carefully. Now here, in Java, there are two types of increment and decrement operators. There are two types of increment or decrement operators. First one is like what there, increment operators. If we take now, increment operators, what we are understanding there about increment operators now, they will increment the value by 1. Okay, right, sir. Increment operators, if you observe this, first one is like what there, pre-increment operator. Second one is what there, post-increment operator. Pre-increment operator and post-increment operator. I'll explain these two things. Don't worry for it. All right, sir. Next one is after that. The second thing is like what there. Second point. Second one is like what there, decrement operators. The decrement operators, what they're able to do now, they will decrement the value by one. Only decrementing or incrementing by one only operators there. But how many types of these decrement operators are available? Actually, two types of decrement operators are existed here. What are the two types of decrement operators are existed here? Observe carefully. First one is like what I am telling to you, pre-decrement operator, and second one is what there, post decrement operator. These are overall types of this increment or decrement operators. Now observe carefully. Now their explanation all I am telling to you, now try to understand clearly. All right, sir. Now observe carefully. In the case of pre-increment, what is this actually? What is the meaning of pre-increment? No, plus plus first, next where. First one is what there, plus plus symbol will come what there first. Next one is what there, where. What about the post increment? Actually, first where, next one is what there, plus. That means increment operator is represented in the form of double plus. If you provide the double plus before the variable, that is pre-increment. If you provide double plus after the variable, that is what there, post increment. Similarly, pre-decrement and post decrement. Pre-decrement, minus where, where, two minus are available, minus where. But post decrement is what there. What is the meaning of this post decrement? No, where minus, where minus, double minus here. We can understand it clearly. Right, sir. Here also I am telling there double minus. Actually, I given double minus, but it's not taken like this. Right, sir. No. This is like what there, pre-decrement and post-decrement. That's okay, fine. Now let's observe carefully. I'll also guess. Now to understand this one here. So here int a is equal to 5. When JVM executes this particular intersection, int a is equal to 5, immediately JVM will provide like what there, immediately JVM will provide a variable. For this a variable, it will provide 4 bytes of memory. Why? Because integer variables will have how much memory there? No, 4 bytes of memory. Within that 4 bytes of memory, value 5 will be stored. Within that 4 bytes of memory, value 5 will be stored. Okay, fine, nice. Now here system.out.println of a plus plus here we have taken. That means here two actions are involved, guys. In this intersection, two actions are available. One is what their increment, another one is what their display. System.out.println is what they're displaying the value, and plus plus is representing what their increment. So which operation has to be performed is completely depending on which increment operator here we have used. Understand my point here? So displaying the value before increment or after increment is totally depending on which type of increment operator we have used. On the basis of that only, then value is going to be displayed before increment or after increment now. Right, here the point is what there. This is which increment operator actually? This is a post increment. Am I right or not? In the case of post increment, first one is like what there, what is was first one here? No, first display, next increment. Yes, sir. Understand my point here? First is what there? First display, then increment. Understand the sequence of operations now. If it is a post increment, before increment, value will be displayed. Then the result value is available at memory only, but not displayed here. Understand my point here? Post increment in the sense now, incrementation is a post. Before that, some evaluation might be confirmed. That means that current value of the variable a is displayed. Later on, value will be incremented. Now here, what is that output here we are getting there? System.out.println of a plus plus. That is a post increment. So here, output value is like what there? First, current value will be displayed. Display the current value, but at memory, that variable might be incremented. Now 5 value is incremented here. Now there we are able to get what is the value here? Now 4 is the value we are getting. Now okay, right. 6 value here we are getting. Yes, sir, got it or not? Now let me check this one. Int a is equal to 5, system.out.println of a plus plus. As per our awareness, post increment, first a value will be displayed, current a value. After that internally that variable value will be incremented by 1. So I want to display a value. that incremented value we are able to get, that value is what there, 6 we are able to get. Now let me check it now. First two outputs here we have to consider, guys. First two outputs only here we have to consider what we are able to get there. Observe carefully. Java C space test.java. Compiled successfully. Java space test. First two outputs. 5 and 6 output here we are getting there. Try to understand it. Otherwise, one line space I want to provide for the sake of this particular output. Leave it. Getting clarity or not? This is one point here I'm telling that. Observe carefully. Next one is, now let's move on to the another example. What is this another example here now? Int b is equal to 5. Int b is equal to 5. Sysna doubted println of plus b. First of all, what happened there when JVM encounter this intersection? When JVM execute this particular intersection, then immediately what happened there at memory? First 4 bytes of memory will be allocated for b variable. In 4 bytes of memory, what is the value here we are able to store there? 5 is a value here we are storing. For b variable, what's the value we provide there? 5 is a value here we provided. Understand it now. Next one is Sysna doubted println of plus b. Now here plus b. This is what operator here? Now tell me, is a pre-increment or post-increment? Pre-increment. This is what their pre-increment. Whenever it is a pre-increment, no. Whenever it is a pre-increment, first which operation will be performed, then which operation is performed here? First increment will be performed, then a display will be performed. Understand my point here? First of all, incrementation will be performed, after that display will be provided. This is a sequence of operations. Now tell me here. First of all, what happened there now? At memory, if it is a pre-increment, no, at memory, 5 value will be incremented by 1. 5 value will be incremented by 1. So it is called as what there? 6. Now output is like what there? 6 we are able to get. Sir, got it or not? Now let's try this one. Give 1 minute of time, guys. Now this is like what there? Java 6 p.m. Right. Right. So now let me check this one. Now the second option is like what there? What I'm telling to you. Int b is equal to 5 plus b. Plus b in the sense first b value will be incremented internally. B value is incremented in the sense 5 is incremented by 1. So what is the value? 6. Then after that, if we observe this system.out.println of b, if we display no, again here we are able to get what value? 6 value here we are able to get. Now let me provide some space here. System.out.println like this. No, now we are able to get the same output. Second set of outputs here we have to understand. Third and fourth outputs. No compilation error. Java space test. Observe carefully. What outputs here we are getting there? 6 and 6 here we are getting now. Right. Now similarly here we have to come for like what there. Right. Now this one here decrement operator. When JVM encounter this int c is equal to 5. Now tell me guys, what's going to be happening here now? For c variable, how much memory will be allocated by JVM now? 4 bytes of memory will be allocated by JVM for the c variable. 4 bytes of memory. What's the value here now? Tell me. Now the value is what there? 5. 5 value is available. That's okay, fine. When JVM encounter this intersection, what is this intersection here? Sysna doubted println of c minus minus. C minus minus. That means minus minus is available after the variable. After the variable minus minus is available. Which variable it is now? Which increment it? Which decrement it is now? Is it post decrement or pre decrement? Post decrement. This is what there? Post decrement. If it is a post decrement, now tell me, in the case of post increment, what happened there? First display, then increment. Similarly, in the case of post decrement, what will happen there? No, first to display the current value, then decrement value, decrement by 1. Now tell me, first to display the current value, what is that output here we are getting there? Now tell me, current value of C is what there? 5. But internally, after performing this internally, what is going to be displayed here? 5 is decremented by 1 or not? So what is the value here we are able to get? No, 4 is the value here we are getting. What is the value here we are getting there? 4 is the value here we are getting. Okay, now let us try this one. Now try to observe this clearly in the program now. Now get into C is equal to 5. Sysna doubted println of C minus minus. That means post decrement. Current C value will be displayed. Then after that, internally at a memory, C value is decremented by 1, where C value is 4 now. If I display system.out.println of C, if I display system.out.println of C, automatically here we are able to get like what there, here we are able to get like what there. Come on guys, we are able to get what value now? 4 is a value here we are getting. Now let me provide like what there, system.out.println, like this space here we are able to provide. Let me check this. All right, sir. Now Java C space test.java compiled successfully, Java space test. Then these outputs here we have to recognize 5 and 4. Leave this one. Next one. All of you are listening or not? As I'm telling to you seriously, some people are open their WhatsApp chatting and chatting, doing WhatsApp chatting. Please stop it. Otherwise, I'll point out you sure. You may feel shy. I will use your name and I'll point out you sure. Please stop this. Here you are coming here for the sake of learning, not for the sake of WhatsApp chatting. Close it. Clear? Right. Now listen carefully. All right, sir. Now understand it now. Next one is like what there, what I'm telling to you. Next one is when JVM encounter this int d is equal to 5. What's going to be happening here now? D variable will have how much memory? 4 bytes of memory. Now inside this 4 bytes of memory, what's the value here now? 5. 5 is a value. 5 is a value. Observe carefully. Then after that, system.out.println of minus minus d. Minus d is what, sir? Now tell me, is a pre-decrement or post-decrement? Pre-decrement. It is what there? Pre-decrement. If it is a pre-decrement, no, first which operation will be performed here? Display or decrement? First decrement, then what next one? No, display. First decrement, then display. Now observe carefully. First decrement the value at memory. First d value will be decremented by 1. 5 is decremented by 1. What we are getting there? 4. Now the output value is what there? No, 4 we are able to get. Right, sir. Now let us see the same thing in our program there. Observe the last one here. D value is 5. Minus d. That means first decrement. Later on the decremented value will be displayed. So 5 is decremented by 1. 4 value will be decremented here. Then after that, if I display system.out.println of d, what's the value here we are able to get now? The decremented value 4 we are able to get or not? Now let's see this one here. What we are able to get now? Java C space test.java. Compiled successfully, Java space test. Here we are getting outputs like this. 56665444. This 56 we are getting in the sense this is what their post increment. 66 we are getting in the sense what's the meaning of it no? Pre increment. 54 we are getting in the sense what their post decrement. 44 we are getting in the sense what that pre decrement. Even by seeing that outputs easily we can recognize what we are discussing there now, right? Right guys, now this is about like what there, the example what I given there about this increment and decrement operators, that related point I have given there. Before that already example I have given there. For this example that internal flow I given there. Now try to recognize it. So okay, fine. Example for this I'm giving now. Right sir, will you ready for the next example? Alright sir, now I want to go for next example. Try to understand it. Everybody take this example here, then give answers for it. Think and give the answer. Don't go for a hurry, no. Think clearly. Whatever the manipulation, whatever the diagram I'm giving there, in the same way we have to give, then try to provide the output. Right? Now, int a is equal to 10. Take this class test public static void main string array aux. Take this. Now inside this, write this int a is equal to 10. Int a is equal to 10. Okay. Now system.out.println of system.out.println of a plus plus. First of all, a system.out.println of a system.out.println of A plus plus. System dot out dot println of A plus plus. Okay. System dot out dot println of plus plus A. System dot out dot println of A minus minus. System dot out dot println of minus minus A. System dot out dot println of A. Take your own time, try to complete this. Evaluate it. Don't give your outputs immediately. First try for it. Even though you know the answer, try in the same way. Whatever the approach I have given, in the same way we have to try. Come on, make it fast. Don't calculate in air. Work on your paper. Write something on your paper, then give answers. Okay. Right, sir? Why you're not having papers now? Not required? I think already aware Java, right? This exam was already completed with you, right? Don't want to work out inside the classes now? Notes is not available. Okay. So tomorrow definitely you have to show your notes. Huh? Right. Everybody has to bring notes now tomorrow onwards at least. Why? Because every day we are going to have some exercise inside the classes. I think you are not recognized, Rich. On every topic we are going to conduct some written tests. And the next written test on language fundamentals, you are able to get these questions. So practice is important. On every topic, I will put some written test for you. I have a plan for it. Okay. Complete it. Anyway, then whether you are giving right answer or wrong answer, that doesn't matter. Your attempt is required now. Definitely, I will explain this example, but try to attempt it. Your attempt is important. All right, sir. Don't have discussions. Don't have discussions. Try in our own way. Don't depending on others' answers. Others make you wrong answers to you. Others make you wrong concepts to you. Don't depending on others. Try in our own way. Even though you are wrong, don't worry. Try to compare with my subject. If you are getting information from others, no, if they are giving wrong answers, wrong approach, what you are able to do? Everybody is equal here inside the class. Try in our own way. Even though it's a wrong, I'm telling to you, in the first attempt you are getting wrong. Feel happy for it. Next onwards, we are able to get right answers only. Try in our own way. Don't get answers from others. Don't get explanation also from others. Is it? Try in our own way. Complete it. All of you complete it. All of you complete it. All right, sir. Now try to check your answers with my answers now. Try to check these answers with me. Right, sir. Give information to me. If you are getting wrong answers, then definitely I will help you. All right, sir. Java C space test.java. Java space test. Observe these outputs. 10, 10, 12, 12, 10, 10. I think my online people are giving right answers perfectly. I think so. They already executed the same program on their system and they are giving output. Uh, they typed fastly on the system and they are giving outputs now. No? Right. Right, sir. So my online students are giving right answers, guys. God promise, huh? Right, sir. That means he said to me, not executed on systems are in my own way. I'm giving answers now. Huh? Right. Right, sir. I'll explain that. Don't worry. I'll explain the concepts. Then don't worry. Right, sir. All of you are getting clarity on this now. All right. Now let me give my explanation. But see, that's what I'm telling there. In our own way, we have to evaluate the examples. When I give in 1 minute gap there, all members are having complete discussions now. In front of interviewer, who is going to give help to you? I want to go for group wise. For the sake of our exams, you might be studied like that. Now that approach is not worked out now. If you're sitting in front of that interviewer, in our own way, we have to give, and alone we have to give answers there. So that's what I'm telling there. So try to practice right from here. Try to evaluate in our own way. Try to cross check your answers if you are in right way or wrong way. As I'm teaching the concept now, try to compare your outputs with my output. That will be good thing. Right, sir. Anyway, now try to understand it, all of you guys. I want to give some explanation to you now. Try to understand it now. And in the document I'm preparing, I'm providing all these answers. Try to observe this clearly. And this is a program what we are having. Let me write this program here. This is the total program. Right, sir. Now, all of you observe carefully what's going to be happening here. First one is like what there. When we execute this intersection into A is equal to 10 now. And A is equal to 10 now. Admission cancel. Understand first. So I think you already aware about, but you are not aware now. You are getting explanation from right. Is totally wrong person. He's not giving right information to you. You may get unnecessarily wrong answers now. But I'm giving right answer now. Try to listen my subject. For the sake of listening his subject, why are you sitting inside the class now? Ask him to take classes for Java. Then there sit in his classroom now. Listen. All right, sir. Now the point is like what I'm telling to you. So first of all, here a variable, for a variable we are getting like what there 4 bytes of memory. And 4 bytes of memory, what's the value here we are getting there? 10 is a value here. 10 is a value. Okay, fine. 4 bytes of memory. Now first directly here, what we are trying to display system outward println of a as it is, a value will be displayed. As it is, which value will be displayed there? A value will be displayed. Okay, nice. Then after that, after completion of this a value, what next one here? I'm getting there. Observe carefully. System dot out dot println of a plus plus. System dot out dot println of a plus plus. This is what their post increment. Post increment in the sense first current a value will be displayed. What is the current a value? No, 10 now. 10 will be displayed. Internally, a value will be incremented by 1. Got my point or not? See, without completing this intersection, first a value will be displayed. Before terminating this section, internally what happened there? A value is incremented by 1, 10 is incremented by 1. Internally the value is like what there? 11 we are getting. Okay, fine. Up to this completed, 11 we are getting. Next one. After that, system.out.println of plus plus k. I think here only majority of people are getting problem here only, misunderstanding. Now understand it. System.out.println of plus plus k. That means pre-increment. Pre-increment in the sense first incrementation has to be performed. That means already a value is what there? 11. But people are thinking a value is still 10. On the basis of that, they are calculating pre-increment. That's the wrong approach. Now here already a value is what there? 11. On the 11 pre-increment. First incrementation has to be performed here. 11 value will be incremented by 1. The resultant value is like what there? 12 we are getting. That incremented value has to be displayed here. So 12 is an answer here we are getting. After that, now internet memory, what's the value now? 12. 12 is a value here. Next one. After that, system.out.println of a minus minus. A minus minus is what, sir? Now tell me. A minus minus is what their post decrement. Post decrement in the sense first current A value will be displayed or not? Current A value must be displayed. Displaying current A value in the sense what is the current A value? 12. But internally, without completing the statement, internally what will happen there? A value must be decremented by 1 or not? So now 12 is decremented by 1 or not? So what we are getting there? 11. Okay. Now what next one here? Next in a section system.out.println of minus minus a. Minus minus a. Minus minus a in the sense pre-decrement. Pre-decrement must be performed over the current value. What is the current A value? 11. First decrementation has to be performed or not? So first 11 value must be decremented by 1. 11 value must be decremented by 1. What is the decremented value? 11 value, you know, 10. 10 we are able to get internally. Now the decremented value will be displayed. So that value is what there? 10. Now next one here. Finally, system.out.println of a. What is the current A value? No, 10. 10 is a value here we are getting. Finally, now JV will evaluate like last one. There we are able to get what's the value here? 10 is a value here we are getting. That's it, guys. Now this is the evaluation part for this particular example. Right, sir. Evaluation are given there, diagram. Right, sir. Now still these examples are not completed there. Observe carefully, these examples are not completed still, and few more examples we have to do, some exercise we have to do on these examples now. Then tomorrow I'll continue the remaining part here. Tomorrow we are able to see few more examples on this content here. Different models are available. I will discuss about all these models, right? Don't miss the tomorrow's class. Tomorrow's class is somewhat important. Then try to understand it now, right? That's all, guys. That's all for today. Then tomorrow we'll see the remaining part. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Within 5 minutes I'll start 7:30 class. Stay here. Those who are attending 7:30. Yeah, Vishal Singh. Yes, Udemy course is available, right? All these predefined keywords are available in which package, sir? Not like in that package, no, they're by default. Okay, we can, if you want to think about it, no, in a default, not in default package, not like that. That predefined keywords are available as is in the Java, that's it. They're not come under any particular package. Keywords are not available. I think so by having some awareness on Python, we are asking this question there. In Python, it's different one, but in the case of Java, it's a different one. Okay, I'm sorry. Have you got my point here? In Java, these keywords are not available on any particular package. By default, they're available inside the software. Okay. Yeah, Meenakshi, that is a Java dependent, Java dependency. Understand? That is Java dependency. What I'm telling to you. Observe carefully. That means Java has prepared in that way only. Java has prepared in this way only, so that we are able to utilize it. 1 minute, guys, and people are asking to me like a 7:30 class link. No, 1 minute. Give a minute of time. I will give that link to you. 7:30 class link. 1 minute. Uh, Guys, to all of you, I'm sending the 7:30 class link there. Just try to copy this. Try to copy from the webinar. Mohan, just you can type there while taking the class now. Just I can clarify your doubts. Guys, it's okay. Then take that 7:30 class link. Then I'll continue. Then I'll continue the part. Right, sir. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll meet on tomorrow. Right, within 7:30, within 5 minutes, I'll start 7:30 class.